Welcome to CEO Insights. I'm Marilyn de Guzman with investingnews.com. I'm speaking with Blake Burton. He's the managing director of Adisyn, an ASX-listed managed technology services provider. Hi, Blake.
Hey, Marilyn, how are you?
Good. Good to have you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So since this is the first time that I believe that we're having a conversation, maybe we can start off with just providing a brief overview of your company.
Yeah, no worries. So Adisyn, we're a managed technology provider. We offer a range of different technologies and services focused around managed IT, cybersecurity, and AI. And predominantly we focus on targeting SMEs in the defense industry supply chain here in Australia.
Right. So that let's talk about that. I think that's a strategic pivot that you've made recently to focus on SMEs. What's the driver for that new business strategy?
Yeah, so I came into the company about 2 years ago. We looked at the business and what we had. It was very much cloud, data center infrastructure focused. We through a few acquisitions, we started offering more services like managed IT and cybersecurity. And we took a look at all the services that we offer, all the technology that we offer, and then also looked at what's going on in the market. One thing that's happening here in Australia, and particularly in WA, where we're based down in a suburb called Birbalay, is there's a huge amount of money being invested in the defence industry, predominantly through AUKUS, which is a nuclear submarine program that the Australian government's doing in collaboration with the US and the UK. And essentially, we looked at what was going on in the industry. There's up to $368 billion being invested in this program. And a lot of that money goes from defence to the primes, but also to the subcontract, the defence industry supply chain. So we kind of looked at it and said, there's all this investment coming through. There's all these businesses that are, amazing at what they do, supplying to defence, manufacturing for defence. But for lack of a better word, they're clueless when it comes to cybersecurity, protecting their data, making sure they're compliant. So we kind of said this is a really exciting segment of the market to be targeting. We do have other customers and we do look at other industries, but predominantly our focus is on that defense industry supply chain because of the growth that's coming.
And can you talk a little bit more about sort of the focus on small and medium enterprises in the defense industry, and what are some of the biggest challenges that they're facing, and where does Adisyn fit into that dynamic?
Yeah, the biggest challenges they face is that with things like AUKUS, with the kind of heightened security requirements that government's pushing onto these businesses, they really struggle with that, like getting your DIS certification so you're compliant, getting your ISO accreditations. Like I was saying, they are really good at what they do in terms of the manufacturing. But, when it comes to cybersecurity, when it comes to tech, IT, it's like a second language to them. So that's our bread and butter, right? That's what we've always focused on. That's what we're pushing ahead with moving forward. So it works really well because we can kind of say to them, look, you guys focus on tendering for the agreements with, the primes, the subprimes, focus on doing what you're good at. Let us kind of take care of that cybersecurity aspect for you, that managed IT aspect for you. So they don't have to worry about it because it is really complex as well. The cybersecurity landscape is ever evolving. There's always new threats coming out. So it kind of provides them with peace of mind. And it's great for us as well because it's what we're good at. It's what we love to do. So these partnerships work quite well.
Would you say that that's sort of like an underserved business segment with just the small and medium enterprises, specifically in the defense industry supply chain?
100%, especially in WA where all this investment's coming. You've got a situation where the big guys, the primes, the subprimes, they're all taken care of. Because all your bigger companies like your Downer Professional Services, they find them quite lucrative, right? So they're tendering for all their projects. The SMEs are kind of too small for these bigger guys. So for us, it was like, this is an opportunity here because currently in the market, you have these things called MSPs that service a lot of these SMEs, but they're not really compliant when it comes to all these defense criteria or the government's issues that kind of come with it. So for us, it was going, well, there's a segment of the market here that are too small for the really, really big guys, the billion-dollar companies, and the current services they're getting, in my opinion, subpar. So how about we focus on this segment of the market?
One of your recent announcements is a collaboration with 2D Generation. What is the objective for that collaboration?
Yeah, so we announced that a couple of weeks ago. I'm a bit excited about that one. So essentially, 2D Generation, they're an Israeli tech company, and they've got some really, really exciting tech that helps solve a lot of the challenges around Moore's law with semiconductors and chipsets. So we started out as a data center company, over 10 years ago. We understand the challenges that are kind of facing the industry there. So we started chatting with 2D Generation and said, well, how about we collaborate? You guys have some amazing tech. We understand the industry, the challenges that the industry is facing, and let's see what we can kind of do together. So in the announcement, we've said, we've got about 60 days to coming out with some additional updates on that. But that's really one to watch, because if you see what's going on in the industry when it comes to data centers, semiconductors with companies like NVIDIA, and the challenges they're facing where, chipsets essentially are meant to double in processing power every 2 years, that's going to plateau. These guys are working to overcome that challenge. So definitely watch this space, because, it's going to be within 10 years like $1 trillion market. So if we can kind of add our expertise to it with 2D Generation, I think that's definitely going to be one to watch.
Are there any other upcoming catalysts coming from your company in the near term?
Yeah, we've been pretty open with what you'll see. We've been disposing of kind of our non-core assets. We've already disposed of our existing cloud platform, and we've entered a partnership in with that. So we've got to continue on that program of kind of divesting anything that's non-core from the business. So then we can actually focus on the defense industry supply chain. We can focus on partnerships in like these managed technology space, such as the one with 2D Generation. One thing we really want to do is ramp up our business development, bringing an executive to be able to do that. So I think over the next few months, you'll start to see some more announcements around that, around disposal of the non-core assets, around what we're doing to kind of really capture the SME market in defense, and also some more announcements around the partnerships, in particular with the 2D Generation company.
Looking forward to hearing more of that. Thanks, Blake, for taking the time to speak to me today.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thanks, everyone, for watching. Join us again next time for another edition of CEO Insights. If you like this video, like or leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive interviews and updates.